Lydia, and this is Little Nuki. Super excited to be guiding you through today's flow sequence. It's an intermediate to advanced practice that's going to be challenging you in a couple of different ways. Do the best that you can, just enjoy the flow, and let's come and meet on the mat, everyone. Let's begin by a moment to ground and to really fully arrive for our practice. So just start to close the eyes and follow your breath just for a few moments. Join your hands to the heart. Let's take a quiet moment to reflect on our practice and perhaps set the wish and the intention that we can be fully present throughout the entire duration of our journey together. Release the hands. Let's meet at the top of the mat, everyone. Inhale, sweeping the arms back, arch the spine. Go forwards, Uttanasana. Bend your knees if you need to. Step the right knee back, gazing up. Reach the fingertips back, arching the spine. And then place your hands down. Let's step it back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Turn your left heel in and extend the right leg up to the sky. Walk your left hand back to grab hold of the left heel. Feel yourself balancing in this one-legged down dog. Then start to bend the top knee, and then maybe your left hand grabs hold of the right foot. This is optional. You can always stay in the first variation. Now we're going to step that right foot forwards. Come straight into a warrior two, soften through the shoulders. Cartwheel the hands down, and then reach the right leg up for three-legged chaturanga. Upward facing dog to your downward facing dog. Take a breath in here and exhale. Step the right foot forwards, lower the back knee. Reach the arms back and feel your spine lengthening with the inhale. Place the palms down. We're going to step back now into downward facing dog. Turn your right heel in and extend the left leg up to the sky. Point the toes as you walk the right hand back to grab hold of the right heel. Feel this broadening through the extended hamstring. Now we're going to bend the top knee, and then your hand maybe grabs hold of the foot as you open through the hips. Very good, everyone. Then place the hands down. Let's step straight forwards, coming up into warrior two position. Cartwheel the hands down. Let's take chaturanga, sweeping the leg up, lowering the chest and the chin, coming into your upward facing dog, and pushing back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Just relax in your down dog. Couple more breaths here. Bend the knees, step jump to the front, lift your chest halfway and fold the belly to the thighs. Let's now sink back into your chair pose. So squeeze the inner thighs together, lift the heels off the floor, reach the arms up and look towards your thumbs. Now place your hands down to the floor, step back just a little bit. We're coming into crow pose, Bakasana. Place the knees onto the shelf of the armpits, big toes touch. Looking forwards, hips directly above the elbows. Chaturanga, we're going to shoot the legs back, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. Stretch the arms in your down dog, heels down to the mat. We're now going to open through our hips, coming into pigeon. So slide that right foot forwards and extend the left foot back. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. exhale down. We lift back up, bend the knee coming into easy pigeon, pull the heel close towards the glute, and see if you can bring the foot into the crease of the elbow, starting to grab hold of the fingertips. If this is too difficult, use a strap. For those of you wanting to come into full King Pigeon Pose, you may release your bind after a few breaths. So your left hand is going to hold the edge of the foot, flip the grip, and bring your elbow facing up towards the sky. You can also use a strap, everyone, if you're still practicing one leg King Pigeon, because this is a very deep shoulder opening posture. So use your straps, your little tea towels, whatever you need. Let's place the hands down and step back to downward facing dog. Gonna move through some waves here. So inhale, ripple forwards to a high plank pose. Exhale, bend the knees, send the glutes back, floating child. Inhale, move forwards like a wave. Exhale, send the weight back. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, forwards to plank. Exhale, floating child. Rippling forwards to plank. Chaturanga. As you exhale, lift the chest up and back to downward facing dog. Left foot slides forwards. Extend the right leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forehead down. Moving in this way 2 more times, just starting to ease your way into your pigeon pose. Make sure you sit on a block, guys, if you notice that there's a gap between your glutes and the mat. This will help stabilize you for the back bending that we're about to do. So either taking easy pigeon, use a strap, or just grab hold of the foot and guide it towards the glute. Those of you wanting to come into full King Pigeon, release your bind, and then it's going to be your right hand now grabbing hold of the edge of the foot. Use a strap if you need, open palm, elbow coming in, and then start to rotate the chest forwards here. Maybe the other hand reaches for the wrist, and then eventually grabs hold of the foot as well. Bring the toes towards the head. Nice little comfortable back bend here. Remember not to overdo it. If it's too much, take any other variation that works. Break the pose, and then we're going to slowly step back into our downward facing dog. Moving to some more back bending, we're going to take Camel Pose. So have your knees equidistant apart here. Place the hands on the lower back and lift the chest up. When you've had enough, just come and sit back onto the heels. We're going to stretch our shoulders, so bring the left hand to the center and the right underneath the left. Pull your arms away from your face. Feel this nice opening in your shoulders. Now we come back onto the knees, tuck your toes and come into full Camel Pose. Hands to the heels, keep lifting the chest. Let's break the pose and come down to the heels. This time right hand to the center, left underneath right. Pull the forearms away from your face and enjoy this beautiful stretch. Break the pose and come and sit back onto your glutes. Extend the legs. I'm going to start to cradle the left knee, so we're opening up our hips. Almost like a seated pigeon pose here. And preparing now for compass pose. Right hand holds the edge of the foot. Place your left hand on the floor, extend the leg and look underneath your right armpit. Feel free to loop a strap around the foot if your hamstrings are feeling a little tight. Let's break the pose. Put the sole of the foot to the inner thigh, reach the arms up, and then fold yourself down to head to knee pose, Vashistasana. It's a great way to lengthen your hamstrings one at a time. Good. And of course, if you've got a little black pug, you can give its bum a little nice kiss here. Good. And then we're going to move to the other side. So start to cradle that right knee, opening out the hip. Nice little stretch here. Preparing you for compass pose. So left hand holds the foot. Place your right hand down. Extend the leg. Make sure you use a strap if you need to. Feel this beautiful side body stretch. Deep opening for your shoulders and the hips. Place the foot to the inside of the thigh and fold forwards now to Vashistasana. Good work, everyone. Embrace this moment. We're just going to come to lie on the back for a mini Shavasana, not too long. Just take a few deep breaths on your back, just relaxing the muscles. Try and switch off if you can. Now that you have the energy restored, we're going to hug the knees into the chest, just rock up and down, and we're going to meet back in a downward facing dog. Step your left foot forwards, lower the back knee, and then extend that left foot forwards all the way. Now fold your chest down across the left leg, keep your toes flexed, meaning pointing up to the sky. If you're able to, we're going to try full splits. So if you're not all the way down, place your hands on 2 blocks, and then take any variation you want, maybe reaching the arms up or take a twist to the other side. If you have a back bend variation, go for it as well. We're going to come into Vashistasana, so place your right hand down, 2 fingers of the left hand grabs hold of the big toe, and then start to lift all the way up to Vashistasana, side plank. If this is too much, then lower the foot down and come into your normal side plank. If it's easy, release your hands from the foot. Let's drop that left leg back, everyone. Come into Wild Thing or move into Wheel Pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Walk your hands to your feet, lifting the chest, enjoying this little back bend. And we're going to turn back, so turning out to the left, back to plank, lower through Chaturanga, lifting to your up dog, and exhale back to your downward facing dog. Step the right foot forwards, lower the bottom knee, and extend into half splits. You have the choice to stay here, or if you're feeling quite open, feel free to take it into your full splits. Any variation here is welcome. You can also bring your hands down onto the floor and just relax your chest down to the floor. I like to tuck my back toes to remind me to square off my hips. Good. Take a few centered breaths here. And then we're going to come into side plank, Vashistasana. This time left hand down to the mat. If you can go straight up, peace fingers around the big toe, turn onto the side of the left foot, and then extend the leg up. Make sure your hips are not sagging down, everyone. You're really starting to elevate. Find some lightness in the posture. Drop the leg back, coming into Wild Thing, or taking it into your Wheel Pose. Walk your feet to your hands, and then maybe for those of you having an easy time, you can take your push-ups here. Lower the crown of the head down, and then push straighten the hands. Take a few rounds of this. If not, just stay in your wheel. And then we're going to turn out to the side, plank, Chaturanga, moving into your up dog, and then exhale back to your downward facing dog. Come down onto the knees. We're going to take a headstand variation today. So we're going to start by placing the left forearm on the mat and right hand on the floor. Bring the crown of the head down to the floor and then start to tiptoe your way in, lifting the right leg up. From here, see if you can balance by slowly lifting the left leg up as well, so you're coming into your split headstand. Remember to keep engaging your left lat, pressing down into the forearms and balancing here. Takes a little while to come into this headstand, but just keep practicing, and before you know it, you'll be able to get it. Let's come down gracefully. Take a few breaths in your hero pose just to catch your breath before we move across to the other side. So now we're going to place the right forearm down, left hand on the mat, tiptoe your way in, hips above the shoulders, and then lift the left leg up this time. And then see if you're able to start to pick up that right foot as you come into this split headstand variation. Bending the back knee if you would like. If not, just stay however feels comfortable to you. Good work, everyone. And from here, we are slowly going to lower down. Either take child's pose or come and sit in your hero pose. Relax your breath. When you're ready, let's push back into down dog, everyone. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, come to a seated position, extend your legs, and we're going to fold all the way back now to Halasana. If the toes don't reach the mat, then use your hands to support your back. If they do, then you can interlace the hands and press down into the earth. Get a nice little shoulder stretch. Place your hands down and uncurl all the way to lie on your back. Draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice little big squeeze and rock from side to side. Good work, everyone. Let's massage out the lower back. And then bring the soles of the feet together and allow your knees to melt away to the edges of the mat. Just stay here in your reclined bound angle pose. When you feel ready, just come into your Shavasana. Separate your feet mat width apart, palms facing upwards. We're going to lay here with as little movement as possible, just to allow your body to calm itself down, one little breath at a time. Start to deepen the breath and stretch the arms behind your head. Give yourself a nice, long, open, well-deserved stretch. And then come to lie on the right side. Just take a moment here. There's no rush. When you feel ready, lift yourself back up to a comfortable seated position and keep the gaze inwards just for these few moments before you carry on throughout your day. We take the time to offer our practice to that higher purpose, that higher cause, one that goes beyond ourselves. Hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in. And from here, we bring the hands to the third eye and bow down to the earth. so much for joining Nuki and I in practice today. We hope that you enjoyed the practice and you're feeling rejuvenated, energized, and ready to take on the day. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly yoga classes delivered directly to your inbox. In the meantime, stay safe, keep a happy mind and a happy heart. Namaste.